All right, so what am I talking about? What am I talking about as I'm drawing? R plus L equals J. Rhaegar Targaryen was the Mad King's son. Everybody believes that Rhaegar Targaryen kidnapped Lyanna Stark and raped her and murdered her, and that set off Robert's rebellion against the Mad King and against the Targaryens. But the theory is that he did not actually kidnap her. They ran off together, slept together, and then begot a son. It was a tournament in which Rhaegar Targaryen was fighting, and he fought Barristan Selmy, who is one of the greatest fighters of all time. And Rhaegar Targaryen won. And the winner of the tournament usually gives a rose to a woman of his choosing. Since Rhaegar was a prince and he was married to Ilya Martell, she was the sister of the Red Viper, and he skips over her and doesn't give her the rose, instead gives it to Lyanna Stark. And that was a huge smack in the face to House Martell and to the kingdom itself. They're like, wow, why would he just diss his wife in front of the entire kingdom, in front of everybody, in front of royals, in front of all kinds of other important people watching this tournament? And when Ned Stark found her, she was dying, and I don't know exactly what she was dying from. It was never specified whether she was slain or she killed herself or she was dying in birth. But she told Ned Stark, and this is made more clear in the books than it is in the TV show. He says, Ned Stark, promise me. Ned Stark never divulges exactly what happened that day. He never divulges how Lyanna Stark dies or what circumstances were. He never confides in Catelyn, who Jon Snow's mother is, because of course he tells Catelyn that, oh well, in the war I slept with a prostitute and she brought me a son months later. Ned Stark is very warm towards Jon Snow. He's very open and very loving towards him. Of course, you see when Jon Snow asks, "Can we talk about my mother sometime?" And Ned Stark says, "Well, when you come back, we'll talk about your mother." Robert Baratheon is known for his crazy temper. He's a warrior at heart. When the War of the Usurper came to an end, they brought Ilya Martell's children. This is why the Red Viper really despises the Lannisters and King's Landing, is because when Robert Baratheon took the throne, Tywin Lannister was ordered by Robert to kill the Targaryen children, so that way they would never grow up and have an uprising and take the throne from him. And Ned Stark was really, really against this action. Now, when he found Lyanna Stark, and she said, promise, don't tell anybody, that could mean that if anybody finds out who this baby is, if he's the son of Rhaegar Targaryen, he will be killed because he could form an uprising. So Ned Stark, knowing this, being merciful that he is, took Jon Snow under and said that he was his own son and concocted the story that he met a prostitute and begot Jon Snow. That's therefore keeping him safe from Robert's rage. And that's one of the reasons why Ned Stark could have lied and said that he married a prostitute. Okay, what was I? Melisandre, she probably knows about it by seeing the visions in the fire. And I believe she's misleading Stannis. She's using Stannis to get to Jon Snow, because she might know Jon Snow's identity, and that's probably how we'll find out. The creators of the show, they know the ending of the entire saga. In fact, at the pitch meeting with George R. R. Martin at a dinner, George R. R. Martin, the writer, asked them, "Who do you think Jon Snow's mother is?" And they both had their answers, and that's what got George R. R. Martin to agree to do the show based on that answer. So I believe they know about Rhaegar Targaryen and Lyanna Stark, and they're putting all these little subtle clues that aren't so subtle if the fans can catch them. And I think because they had Sansa and Littlefinger talk about it in this episode, I think they're building up to that reveal. R plus L equals J means Rhaegar Targaryen plus Lyanna Stark equals Jon Snow. If he is a Targaryen and a Stark, he will inherit the Iron Throne.